Well, why I bought the ZV-1 and I love the ZV-1 is because it's very lightweight. I have an external microphone here. I can drive with my one wheel. I don't have to use my big Canon EOS R5, which everybody's looking what is guy doing. And there are 5 things in this camera I wish I have in the Canon EOS R5.
Hey, what's up guys? How you doing today? In the beginning I filmed with the Insta360 1X, and to be honest, I'm not using this action camera quite often. I wish I use it more because I think you can make great results with this camera. But today we want to talk about the Sony ZV-1, and this is definitely not comparing Sony ZV-1 with the Canon EOS R5. That's not fair, but I wish there are 5 things from the Sony ZV-1 I wish I had them in my Canon EOS R5. So the number 1 thing is that the Sony ZV-1 has a camera inbuilt ND filter with 3 stops. I mean, that's insane. If you imagine, I'm using the Canon EOS R5 with the Polar Pro Peter McKinnon edition, and that cost nearly 300 euro compared to the Sony ZV-1, which cost, or I purchased for 650 euro. Insane. And it is very simple and easy to work with this camera. Just 3 stops, that's okay. But I mostly filmed with the Sony ZV-1 in ISO 400. And if you see here the result, that you can just switch on the camera to the ND filter, that works much more better and makes much more fun, especially in sunny days. And number 2, this is a deal breaker, is the product showcase set with the Sony ZV-1, and I will also show you right now some examples. First here with the Canon EOS R5, I want to show and present you a camera. Yeah, it will not catch the camera because it's still on my eyes. I will present a SSD card, doesn't work. I will present a lens. It works when I go in front of my eyes. Slowly then it makes the object sharp. But now we switch to the Sony ZV-1 and that makes fun. So now I'm filming on the Sony ZV-1 with the feature product showcase set. That means the camera is on my eye or on my face, but when I show a product in front of the camera, like I used to make before on the Canon EOS R5, this is an SSD card. This is my Canon EOS R. This is my lens, the RF 85mm. This is a G-Shock. Come on Canon, I'm sure it's just, I mean, I don't know, but I guess it's just a software in the camera you can fix or you can work on, because this feature I highly recommend if you have the Sony ZV-1 and want to show products on YouTube or on any other platforms. This makes fun and this makes sense. And now you can see what I can see on my Canon EOS R5 display, that there are the micro HDMI cable, that there the microphone cable is in front of the display, and it's not clean. I mean, sometimes I need to see some information from the display. Mostly I use here on my left side, I have an Atomos Ninja 5 recorder. Mostly I use this one, especially I can record in ProRes 4.22. But if you see on the Sony camera, they have all the inputs on the other side, and the display is clean because there are no cables from that side. I'm glad that I'm having 120 frames per second in 4K with autofocus in the Canon EOS R5. And to be honest, That was my dream when I start to film for YouTube, to have a camera in 4K, 120 frames per second. But now the time is running so fast. You're having this tiny little camera, the Sony ZV-1, and it's not in 4K, it's also only in 720. And you have only around about 2 seconds to film 1000 frames per second. But it's awesome, and you can also switch, I think, to 1080 and make 250 frames per second. At least I wish I had 240 frames per second in Full HD on the Canon EOS R5. Why not, Canon? So last but not least, and what does it mean? I mean, weight and size. Of course, it's not possible, maybe not yet, to make all these features, all this powerhouse from the Canon EOS R5 in this tiny little camera. But I definitely, when I think back 5 years back, I would already order the R3, which I'm not doing, and because I like the form factor that the Canon EOS R5 is in this size, and of course now the R5 is sometimes a little bit too big, so I decided to buy the Sony ZV-1 because it's light, it's compact, it have these cool features, which that's why I made this video. I do not have in the R5, but you cannot compare both camera because image quality is another side. It makes fun to work with both cameras. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Wish you a nice one. Peace.